think this is the only way to start a movie review. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore! Released in 2022 and is directed by David Yates, who has directed the other two installments of this Fantastic Beasts franchise, and really everything in this wizarding world since Harry Potter was an angry young teenager. And this film is starring Eddie Redmayne, Jude Law, Ezra Miller, Dan Fogel, Alison Sudol, Callium Turner, Jessica Williams, Catherine Watterson, and Mads Mikkelsen replacing Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. And I can't wait to see who is going to be playing him in the fourth one. Dumbledore and Grindelwald were once madly in love with each other, and because they did, they made a blood oath that neither one will act against the other. But that's why you should always do your research when you are searching on Tinder, because one of them may turn out to be a psycho, murderer, Trump-like politician in the wizarding world. So Dumbledore asked the help of Newt Scamander once again to help show the world that Grindelwald is a terrible person, because somehow magically Grindelwald is up for the leader president person of the entire wizarding world? I have no idea. And the way they go about determining who is going to be the next leader of the wizarding world is they have this creature called a Chillin go up and kind of sniff out all the candidates, and if they find one who is pure of heart, they bow to them. So this movie is centered around a fantastical beast. Okay, we're back to form here. That was one of the main issues that myself and I think everyone else in the world had issues with the second one, Crimes of Grindelwald, is because there is no beasts in this film, and it's called Fantastical Beasts. Or Fantastic Beasts, not Fantastical Beasts. Whatever. I didn't care about that movie. But here, we return to form. And this movie it's definitely by far the best of the Fantastic Beasts series, and it's one of the best Harry Potter films. Fair warning though, in the first 5 minutes, this is going to be a little spoilery. It's not going to spoil the rest of the film, trust me, but I think it is worth mentioning because I didn't know it, and this affected me like crazy. In the first 5 minutes, we get introduced to the creature of the Chillin, and Eddie Redmayne is there, and he's helping her give birth, and then all of a sudden the Grindelwald cronies come in and they kill her. It's basically Bambi but in the wizarding world. And it was triggering for me because earlier this week I had to put down my cat who I've had for the past 13 years, and I'm emotionally raw over that, and then here I'm just seeing more creature death on screen, and my mouth was hanging open. I almost walked out of the theater because I didn't want to watch anymore, and it just felt like it kept going, and you kept watching the creature suffer, and I'm like, oh my god, stop it. I've gone through this enough this week, please, no more. Plus the Chillin is so freaking adorable. It's like this baby fawn with a Fu Manchu. That was really hard, so please know that happens right away. Like, right away in this movie. Right after a little flashback scene where we have Dumbledore and Grindelwald sitting down in a restaurant, and they're talking about their unbreakable blood oath, and Jude Law's Dumbledore just flat out says, well, I was in love with you. And it was shocking to me that J.K. Rowling would put something in her Harry Potter films that had to do with not a heterosexual couple. That's so strange to me. Usually she's against that type of thing, and I don't think she's ever actually come out and said that Dumbledore is gay. But here, in the first, minute or 2 minutes, we get clarification. Yep, he is. He was in love with this man. And you know what? That's cool. However, Dumbledore, your taste in men sucks, because Grindelwald kind of sucks, but I really appreciated seeing that and actually seeing closure. And that's not the big secret of Dumbledore. This film is called The Secret of Dumbledore. As a matter of fact, we really don't get a lot of Dumbledore in this movie, to be honest. But what we do actually get of the Secret of Dumbledore, I think, provides a lot of clarification on speculations and rumors that we were hearing about when all of us were reading the Deathly Hallows. Provides some clarity on that, and that's the big secret, and I think that was actually handled and told very beautifully. This movie is also a mirror to society because it's very obvious that Grindelwald is portrayed as Donald Trump in this movie, where he's this corrupt, terrible person, but yet somehow gets a vocal minority to rally the troops to get them to vote for this guy so that he can become president. And I'm thinking, in the last couple of movies, I haven't really seen terrible things that Grindelwald has been doing. Yes, he's killed a couple of people, but he's not... he has aspirations, but he hasn't really done anything. And if you want me to hate him as a villain in the movie, you gotta do something, I guess. And here you basically made him Donald Trump. So good job. Yes, I hate him now. But it's not just about Grindelwald. It's about the creature that they're kind of brainwashing and manipulating to try to trick the creature into bowing in front of Grindelwald. And I think that's just a great story, and it's a return to form for the whole Harry Potter world. It's a return to form for this series. The first Fantastic Beasts films was magical. There was a sense of wonder, like, oh, look at all these creatures. They're beautiful. This is so cool. I want to see more of them. And then in Crimes of Grindelwald, we got one creature, kinda, maybe, that had nothing to do with anything. Here, we don't have a ton of creatures that we look at, but the main creature that we do see plays a pivotal part into the conclusion of this movie. So, yes, well done. There are still some character and plot things in this movie that are a little bit of a mess, and I'm asking myself, why is this character here? Yusuf Kama, who we saw in the second film, Crimes of Grindelwald, returns here. He's part of the whole team to bring down Grindelwald. And I don't know what he does to do that, or to help out. He just kind of randomly shows up and helps. And it's like, wow, that was a pretty big gamble for you to do that. That was okay. How that was the overall mission of this character, I have no idea, but sure, fine. Professor Yulani is here, and I actually liked her in the first, half of this movie when we were getting introduced to her, but then the more she kept talking, she has this it's interesting, and it got to the point where it was annoying inflection and speech patter that was like, wow, that's a really interesting choice. Let me listen to you more. And then I did listen to you more, and it got very annoying, and I wanted you to just please be quiet. I'm sick and tired of your speech pattern. No more. Jegma Kowalski again shows up here, and he is the comic relief. He is our eyes as the Muggle in this film and a part of this team that we're looking through, and he's such an enjoyable character. Dumbledore actually takes him a little bit under his wing to build up his confidence. I'm like, I like that. I like this character a lot. Again, he doesn't really do much, but I like this character. Why he's so in love with Queenie, I honestly can't tell you. What purpose Queenie serves in this movie, I honestly can't tell you. What purpose she serves in this entire franchise, I honestly could not tell you. She just has these telekinetic powers, and that's it. She keeps flip-flopping back and forth. It's just, pick a side, please. And Ezra Miller, I'm not going to talk at length about him. I mean, he shows up here, and at the end of Grindelwald, it was a big thing that he found out he was a Dumbledore, and then that's explained a little bit more in this movie. And I'm still at the point where I'm like, I don't care. Okay, cool. He's a Dumbledore. I'm a Knudsen. Let's move on. And what terrible frickin' timing, Ezra, for you to do all of your shenanigans out in Hawaii just before the release of this movie. That is perfect timing, right there. He seems to be a troubled person in real life, and I hope he gets the help that he obviously needs. I also have a note that I took down here of just knowing, who the villains are in this movie, who's a part of the crew. It's all with the haircut. They all have, straight, kind of medium-length hair, at least with the guys, and they may have their sides, shaved, but they're all kind of long and just going straight down. And if you ever have any questions about who's the person who's going to turn on the other person, well, it's them. They always show up in the movie just with that weird ass haircut. This movie is a return to form for the Wizarding World. It recaptured my sense of wonder and my investment into these characters and into this world. At the end of Crimes of Grindelwald, I couldn't give a shit about what would happen after those events. Who the characters are, I don't care. Oh, she died? That sucks. I wish Zoe Kravitz was still in this franchise, but she's dead. Okay, sorry. I do not care. After watching this movie and the events that play out, I care again, and I'm excited for what is to come. I think there's 2 more in this franchise. Eventually, I don't even know if they have that planned out yet, but I think there are 2 more. They said they wanted to do 5 in the Fantastic Beasts series. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see where these characters go. And I'm okay with seeing more Dumbledore. Again, it's Jude Law in the movie, and he looks nothing like the decrepit old fart that we get 30, 40 years down the road, timeline-wise. If anything, I'm just interested to see the progression from Jude Law to that thing. I'm gonna give Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I am above average.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, and the next one comes as a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my subscribers, and not a first-time donator, but I got his stuff in pretty quickly this time. Edvard Michelson, you recommended the film Purge. From 2012, I think you said it's a Finnish film? I've never seen it before or heard of it. When you say the word Purge, I immediately think of that, the night that everyone gets to beat up and kill each other without reprisals here in America, and that whole franchise and where that went. So, I have no idea what this is, but I'm excited to check it out. I love expanding my horizons into foreign cinema. That's why this channel exists, and I love it. So guys, have you seen Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore? What did you think about it? What is your ranking of this film in regards to the other Fantastic Beasts films and all the Harry Potter films? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you all the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.